seeing as though this is an area north of Lake Pleasant, you will see a lot of wild burrow. I don't think he's very happy that I'm here. He scared the crap out of me. At first I thought it was a damn mountain lion. It's all right, buddy. I'm not gonna hurt you. He was definitely yelling at me though. Welcome back, Bucking Lifers. It's AJ. Today we are going to be exploring the China Dam and the Tule Homestead. This is just north of Lake Pleasant. It's actually a very quick ride from where I live. Also, if you live in the northwest Phoenix, Peoria, Glendale area, it's also a quick ride for you. So I want to show you what we're going to be doing today. We just got aired down and we're right here. It's this little staging area. Okay, so this is actually part of the back way to Crown King Trail. What we're gonna do is we're gonna head north a little bit. This area right here is the China Dam, and we're gonna explore the dam for a little bit there. Then we're gonna head back and we're gonna head up this trail all the way up to the Tule Homestead. Now that is an abandoned structure or a house, might have you, that somebody used to live in. So we're gonna go explore that today and see what else we can find. It should be a fun day. Let's get going. Now the road to get to the start of this trail is just a regular dirt road. It is a primitive dirt road though. It's called Tule Creek Road. And, you follow this until you get to the beginning of the trail, which is also Tule Creek Road at the beginning of the trail. We're gonna follow this a little ways, and the terrain's gonna start to get a little bit more rocky and rutted and everything, but this whole trail on Onyx is rated a 6, so it's really not that bad. It's just a little rough. We'll just put it that way. Now, seeing as though this is an area north of Lake Pleasant, you will see a lot of wild burrow, but I see them all the time when I come out here. So as the journey progresses, I'll get more of them on film. I'll show you a quick view of Lake Pleasant here behind me. So you can see right there is Lake Pleasant, and we're north of Lake Pleasant at the moment. Well, we're going to continue to head that way. And as you can see already, there's no shortage of beautiful scenery out here. I mean, there's beautiful scenery everywhere out here in the desert. So anywhere you go, you're going to be able to get some eye candy. So far, we're on the spur that heads to the China Dam. And I would say that you don't need four-wheel drive or even a super high clearance vehicle as of yet. You could do this in a stock pickup with 2-wheel drive, or you know, a Jeep Renegade or some sort, something with, you know, not the super highest of clearances. But we'll see what's coming up, because I've never been out this way before. I've been meaning to come out here for quite some time since it's so close to home, but you know, I haven't made it out here till today, so we'll see what's coming up ahead of us. Now the temperature today is supposed to reach a high of about 108. It's already over 100 degrees as it is, and it's not even 11:30 in the morning yet. So usually I try to get a lot of angles outside of the Bronco. I'm probably gonna limit those today, seeing as though it's so hot out. I'm gonna try to you know, not get too dehydrated today on this journey. And that is your clear evidence of wild burrow. Now you can camp out here, but they say you're limited to 4 days. Now if you wanted to stay out here longer, I'm not really sure how they would know or catch you, but I'm just letting you know that's what the sign says. But there are multiple places to camp out this way. I don't think he's very happy that I'm here. He scared the crap out of me. At first I thought it was a damn mountain lion. It's alright, buddy. I'm not gonna hurt you. He was definitely yelling at me though. I kind of just parked up here in the sandy area. The part I was standing on right there is like, it looks like a holding area for the water. It stops it right there from moving this way. So I know the dam's down here, so I'm gonna walk this little area down here and see if I can get to it this way. If not, I'll just go up and around where the donkey was yelling at me. Pretty neat area in here so far. Looks like a dried green algae here. It almost looks like carpet remnants, but it's definitely dried green algae. There's a whole bunch of quail. Now remember, it is summertime. You're gonna want to look out for rattlesnakes. So watch where you're walking. There's a dam there. Boy, I'm hearing lots of noises. Okay, so I guess I had to go up the other way. Oh wait, I can walk through. A little bit of water in here, not much. Pretty cool little site. Apparently this is called the China Dam because it was built by Chinese Americans back in the 1800s. All little water bugs in here. Frogs, tadpoles, all over the place. I don't know if you can see them. A lot of tadpoles in that water. So this is the China Dam. Now I know, I read, I'm gonna have to get higher ground to find it, but I read that there's a dispersion cave, I think it's called, that you can walk through, which redirects water. But I think it's up there somewhere, so I'm gonna have to get higher ground and see if I can find it. Oh, there's the burros that were yelling at me. Don't worry guys, I'm not going to bother you. Dispersion cave. I can't find it. Let's see if I can get higher. A little bit higher ground. All made of stone, of course. And I'm sure it was all stone that they found in this general area. I have yet to find the dispersion cave though, but I am looking for it. Oh, I think that's the cave right there. Yeah, looks like it to me. Let me get back down there where I was, and I'll take you all through it. I said I wasn't going to spend a lot of time outside the Bronco because it's hot, but here I am trekking around the rocks in the desert, trying to show you guys this cave. It's right up over there next to the dam, so I just got to get over there and climb up there. So, in order for it to not spill over the dam, the water that is, it would be redirected through this dispersion cave. Man, that log just scared the crap out of me. Oh, I don't have any lights. Let's hope there are no friggin' snakes in here that are gonna bite me. Oh, big ass lizard. I don't know if you can see him, but he's good size. He's running. There he is. All right, good. No snakes. There's the other end. That would be a good spot for some snakes to hang out and get out of the sun too, so. But I had to go through it. And now I'm back over. I was walking down there. Let me see if I can get down this way. And yeah, I am breathing a little bit heavy. It's super dry out. And it's hot. So, you know how that goes. I'm not exactly sure where this path goes, but this is obviously like a burrow path. So let me see if I can get down somewhere. But see the Bronco way off in the distance. I'll make my way back and we'll get heading up to the Tule Homestead. It seems like it's a little bit easier way to go than making my way around to that other part of the dam. Now I know the water through here can get very deep and moving during monsoon season, so you know, if it's gonna rain the day that you're out here, please be careful. Flash floods do happen and they come up on you fast. Obviously, that's why it's called flash floods. Now, my previous thought was when I looked on Onyx, the only way out of here was back the way I came. But I think I might have found another way out that's gonna hitch us up with the trail that we're gonna be on anyway. So I'm making my way through this little sandy area. And if I'm right, I don't know if I am, but if I'm right, I might be able to get out this way. Let's find out. Apparently I did find another way out. I followed the wash just a short ways, came over in this direction, and the way out is up here. You know, a little steep, a little rocky, but shouldn't be a big problem at all for the Bronco. I've done way worse than this before, many times. So it just comes up here, goes up that little hill right there, and then it wraps around and heads out towards the main trail. So let's get her done. So like I said, it was nothing for the Bronco. That part, obviously, you're not going to want to bring a stock vehicle up. You know, you're going to want a nice aggressive four-wheel drive for that. But now we're just heading up. This is going to take us up to the main trail where we would have circled back around to. I'm guessing that little shortcut probably saved us about a half an hour or so. Now we're on the spur leading up to the Tule Homestead. It looks like it's probably a couple miles away. I could be wrong, but we'll be there momentarily. And you know, again, this part of the trail is just like, as I was saying before, it's very easy, just a dirt road. It's a narrow dirt road, but it's a dirt road. You don't need the high aggressiveness of the Bronco or a Jeep, you know, to get up here. Just stay away from that part of the wash that I was in where I had to climb up that steep area. You don't want to be in there with a stock vehicle. So the last part of the trail approaching the Tule Homestead, you're not going to want to attempt in a stock vehicle. It is way too rocky, much too rutted out, way too off camber. I suppose that if you tried for a really long time, you might be able to make it, but I really don't think you'd want to. You're going to need some good clearance for this part of the trail. Not the whole ways, but there are just some areas where you're probably going to say, yeah, I'm turning around, if you're not in an aggressive four-wheel drive vehicle. But we're almost there. We're reaching the end, and we're going to have to get out and walk a short ways to the homestead, and we'll see when we get up there. Well, we're finally pulling up to the gate of the Tule Homestead. This is a permanently locked gate, so you're going to have to park here and hike the rest of the way up, but it's not far. You can partly see the structure as you're pulling up. I would guess it's about 100 yards. Right behind those bushes, you'll be able to see it as I walk on in, but see, this is where you have to end. You have to go through this little, well, I'm gonna call it a human corral, because this is the only way in that I could see. Just kind of squeeze through here and walk up on the path. It's just right up the way here, and I'm walking up the path. You can see right behind those trees where the old homestead is. Could you imagine living out here by yourself? I'm not sure if there was ever any electricity out here for this homestead. But we're going to, when we get up there, we'll look for any type of electrical evidence. You know, light switches or outlets or anything of that nature. Pretty neat. Old bathtub has plenty of bullet holes in it. This looks like an old patio area. Old fireplace right here. I am going to watch my step. Roof is not intact anymore. Old closet. Guess I'll go in here. Now, I tried doing a quick amount of research, and I couldn't find anything about who owned this or when it was built or anything like that, but it is pretty neat. I'm not sure what that area used to be. Maybe a storage closet or a pantry of some sort. Old bed springs. I mean, if this was your bedroom, you had a nice view. That's for sure. I was here eating spotted owls and minnows. Yummy, thanks. Okay, well, okay, Joe RPO. That's a good sized little lizard. Hey, buddy. See, I don't mind lizards, but, you know, rattlesnakes, you can have them. This looks like it might have been the kitchen area. That looks like a sink. That's concrete, it feels like. Concrete sink. Pretty neat. I don't see any evidence of electricity outlets or light switches or anything of that sort. Yeah, I don't see anything. I wouldn't imagine there'd be any type of electricity or power lines running out here. Oh wait, well, he must have had a generator. He has a light fixture right there. So I guess that would be his only source of power, would be a gas generator, I'm guessing. Because there is a light fixture with wires running up to the attic there. So that would be my guess. There's another light fixture here in the kitchen area. So the house is wired somewhat. That looks like it might have been an old shed. Well, the flue is still intact for what might have been the stove. And this is interesting. It looks like these walls were insulated with cans. These are metal cans within the concrete. It's an interesting way to build. I guess it would probably work fairly decent. It's a cool spot. Now, from what I read and from what I heard, some guy built this out here. This is where he wanted to spend the rest of his days. And then he was told to leave because when they were building Lake Pleasant, they told him that this whole area was going to be underwater, which, as you can see, is not the case at all. So could you imagine being booted out of your homestead that you built, been told to move and get out of here, only to have, you know, no water ever come through here? We're not even close to the lake. So, but yeah, definitely a neat spot. I would have liked to see this place when it was newly built. If I can find anything that tells me when it was built, I will be sure to let you guys all know. I'm guessing early 1900s. That's just my guess. But this is the Tule Homestead. I'm gonna have to look up that last name and see if I can find some info. I did it very quickly this morning before I left, but obviously I didn't have time to really delve very deep into it. But it's pretty cool. It'd be creepy out here at night, though. I'll tell you that much right now. And that, my friends, is the Tule Homestead. Right here, and it says Pooch. It looks like it might be a grave of a dog. Yep, it says Pooch or Pua. I'm pretty sure it says Pooch. Let's see. I can't read what else is inscribed on the concrete here. It's worn down pretty bad, but it says February 1828. And then on this side, it says 1938. But it does say Pooch in that rock. 1828 to 1938. So it was a dog, and he lived for 10 years. I'm sure it was hard on him to lose his best friend. But that's the resting place of Pooch. I wish I had a milk bone I could give him. Now, if you want solitude and quiet, this is definitely the place to build your own little homestead. I mean, that's for sure. Nothing out here. It is beautiful, though. All right, we're back in a nice Bronco with some AC. I'm going to show you what our journey was today, and we're pretty much going to head back the same way, take the quicker way out. Well, it might be quicker, I don't know, but we're just going to take the different way out. We're going to go around that wash area where the dam is, and not take the shortcut, because we already saw the dam, so we don't need to see it again. But you can see here, started down here on Tule Creek Road. We worked our way up. This here is the back way to Crown King. If you keep going here this way, that's going all the way to Crown King. So we stayed on Cow Creek Road. We bared to the left to go to the dam. This is where the China Dam is, right here. Okay. And then we worked our way out through the wash and up that little that trail. Instead of working our way back and going back out the way we came in, we took that little shortcut. So that saved us a lot of time. You can see we had to go all the way back around. So when we come back down, we're gonna just go this way out. Up here is where we are now at the Tule Homestead. There's no other way out that I can see, and even if there was, it would take a long time. You can see where we're at. You know, this is Lake Pleasant. We're way the heck up here, so we're just gonna want to work our way back down so I can get back on the highway and head home. But it's been a fun adventure. It's a great trail. Like I said, the last part of the trail, you're not going to want to take a stock vehicle on. Other than that, it's perfectly fine too. There's only a couple areas where you're going to have some trouble, and that's in the last part of this trail here coming up to the homestead. It's very rocky, and a lot of the rocks are pretty big. And I'll show you on the way out some of them, but I wouldn't bring a stock vehicle this way. I would park as far as I could down there and walk on up if that's what you need to do. Well, I'm sure you could definitely see some of those sections back there. Not quite what you would want to take a little Jeep Renegade on, or a Bronco Sport, or a RAV4 or anything like that, you know. But yeah, like I said, a stock Jeep or a stock Bronco with 33-inch tires, no problem. Anything smaller than that, you're gonna have a lot of trouble. One thing you really don't have to worry about on this route is pinstripes. There really isn't much. There's a couple places that it might barely touch you, but for the most part, there's none. So you don't have to worry about Arizona pinstripes on this trail. That there is the way that we came out earlier when we came from the dam, taking the shortcut to this way. This is the way we would have come out if we had went back the way we were supposed to go and made our way around. We're gonna bypass the dam going this way and just gonna keep going straight. So you already saw the dam. You don't need to see the dam again, right? You know, I must say this is a fun little trek. It's close to my home anyway. And it doesn't take too long to get all the way out there and back. I'm already almost all the way back. Probably, I'd say, got about another 40 minutes before I hit the main road, if that. But it's been fun. There's a good amount to see out here. Difficulty pretty low, like I said earlier. So it makes for a nice, easy desert trek out to see the Tule Homestead and the China Dam. So I came upon this structure. I'm not exactly sure what it is, but it might be some sort of water depth structure. I don't know. It's got a gauge inside. Boy, I really wish I knew what this was. It's got a box on the top of it. And it's got these trap doors going up. I'm not really sure what's in the top of that box, and I'm not going to climb up there and find out. I just wasn't sure what this was. And then you have this mounted to the rock as some sort of a screen. I'm confused. Yeah, I don't know. If any of you guys can tell me what this might be, let me know in the comments. It'd be much appreciated. As I'm driving along the trail, almost towards the end, looking over to my left, I can see, you know, Lake Pleasant, beautiful blue water. Really makes me want to just take an off spur and go down to the lake and take a quick dip. It's very tempting, but I'm gonna decline this time. I don't have any of my gear with me, or floaties, or even my camp chair. So, even though it does look super inviting, and I'm just glad that you guys felt like tuning in today and coming along with me. Please don't forget to like and subscribe though, guys. It helps out my channel. It only takes a quick click of the button. Doesn't cost you anything and really helps me out. The more subscribers, the better. And I really appreciate all the subscribers I already do have. And now that we're on Tule Creek Road again, it's pretty well maintained, so we can get up decent speeds and get out fairly quick. But boy, does that lake look inviting. Well, it was a nice warm one today. Even though it was pretty warm, I feel I got a good amount of outside shots for you guys. But it did get a little tedious towards, you know, the middle of the day. It's 102 degrees right now. Definitely not as worse as it could be here in the desert, because it does reach temperatures upwards of 118, even 120 sometimes. And so far, we've had basically a cool summer. It's not as hot as it usually is. I really don't start complaining until it gets up above 110 anyway. But you know, it is what it is. Just gotta stay hydrated out here in the desert. And I haven't been able to be getting out and filming videos as much as I'd like. It does take a lot of time and a decent amount of money. Obviously, I would like to get out every weekend. It's just not doable for me. So I'm gonna try to get out every other weekend, at bare minimum once or twice a month. But just stick with me, guys, because I'm going to continue on making content no matter what. At the end of any run, during the time that I'm getting aired back up, I tend to reflect on the day. I always think about all the things I came across, what I saw, and how much I appreciate the fact that I'm alive and breathing, and I'm able to do the things that bring joy and peace to my life. Coming out and hitting the trails and exploring is one of the few things in my life that gives me 100% recharge to my personal batteries. And the longer I spend in between runs, I find myself losing just a little piece of happiness each day. Coming out here and getting lost in the desert helps me to not lose myself in real life.